Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I'm your host, guys. Go ahead and smash that like button, turn the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel, and let's get boring. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF passes 100,000 Bitcoin under management. Ripple acquires Standard Custody and Trust, its second custody provider. And Blockchain Association calls out Elizabeth Warren's legislation on digital assets. Psychopath lady. Guys, I've been gone. I'm sorry. I got sick. If you can't hear, I'm stuffed up, messed up. Got sick. Life comes at you fast. Sorry. So I've been gone. Yeah. With that being said, guys, market is going crazy. Let's check it out. Right now, guys, current market cap is sitting almost at 2 trillion. 1.92 trillion, up 2.41 from yesterday, guys. Bitcoin dominance ticking up 52.5%. ETH dominance 17.2. Gwei chill. 24 Gwei will get you the ETH transaction. Fear and greed actually ticking down from yesterday, even though Bitcoin just broke through 51. Weird. Fear and greed sitting at 71. Let's just get this over with. Let's go through the top 100, see what the outliers are, starting with Bitcoin at 3.1% to the upside, sitting at $51,525. We are going to talk about that here shortly, guys. Up 20% in the last week. That's Bitcoin. Freaking awesome. If you've been here since I started the channel a little over a year ago, congratulations. Welcome to the start. All right, let's do this. We're gonna look for anything over 6. ICP almost at 6%, sitting at 5.8. Stacks up 12.38. VeChain ripping 10.38. Bag of C at 15%. I was just talking to a friend about that yesterday. Mina up 9.47. DYM up 6.67. Pith up 12.24. Blur up 12.39. AKT 16.18 to the upside. And AXL, Axelar, I haven't heard of that yet. Breaking your 100, sitting at 9.08% to the upside. Guys, Bitcoin 4 hour. Wah effing who? 50 was looking rough. This all happened in the last couple of days. 50 was kept getting pushed down, and then had our quick sell-off yesterday. Everybody freaked out. We didn't even get down to 48. Got close, but not, and then we just ripped back up. And this morning when I woke up, I looked, Bitcoin blew all the way up to 51,619, and now we are banging our heads on it. I actually drew that level in. I'll tell you what, just to be entirely transparent, so I put this 51.59 or 51.586 level in. Either it was yesterday or day before, and I got this level from Satoshi Stacker. So shout out to him. Go check him out on YouTube. Satoshi Stacker. His name is Cristiano. Cool guy. I've been watching for a long time. The dude's levels are always on point. Any of his support and resistance levels are usually just dead on. And again, I put this level in it, and we are stopping right at it. The dude's on his shit. So, with that being said, clearly, Bullrun's still on, guys. I want to look at smaller time frames, Let's see how long we've been up here. So a couple hours now. Putting in, see, here's what's interesting too. We've been putting in these flags. I've been saying this for quite some time. Every bull cycle that I've been through, there are specific patterns that seem to continue to play out, like more than others. And I don't know if that's always a thing. It's just something I've always noticed. One year it was rounded bottoms. Another it was part of one cycle it was double bottoms, W patterns, things like that. Flags, as cliche and old as they are, flags seem to be the thing right now. Flag rip, flag rip. This is a or a bear trap, but into a flag and then rip. So now on the shorter time frames, looking at this 51,586-ish area, we're flagging again. Boop, and we're starting to break out. It's a beautiful thing. Let's look at daily. We've got 1, 2, 3, 2-ish, 3-ish daily candle closes above 48, which is very bullish for me. We erased all of these headache areas basically. I would like to see a couple more daily closes in this area, but seems to be the trend is up, y'all. Outside of that, man, let me see what else we might. I mean, guys, at least on the daily, we get past this 52,765-ish. There's not much. This is all just chop. I mean, we're on our way to a new all-time high. I don't know when we'll get there, but it is looking like we're gonna get to guys, I hate to say it, but we might get a new all-time high before the halving, which if that happens, I mean, what's the percentage? Probably about 30%, 40%. Yeah. So let's call it 33%. Hell, let's even call it 35%. 35%, guys. Bitcoin runs 35%, and we hit a new all-time high. Just to give you an idea of what that looks like, we just did this. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Look, we just ran 35, the exact same percentage we got. I mean, more money, yes, mind you, but my point. Back on the 24th of January. So from the 24th of January to today, the 14th, we ran 34%. In 22 days. So in 22 days, if we continue in this type of trajectory, we could potentially be sitting at a new all-time high. Absolutely bananas. Guys, I really don't know what to say. Like, I'm a Bitcoin halving narrative guy. This kind of price action pre-halving is, I don't know what it means. This is new territory for me. And anybody who's out there telling you they know exactly what that means, it's never happened. So they can fucking suck a dick. They're full of shit. This is new. I do have some hypothesis. God, guys, sorry. Getting over being sick is a nightmare. If we hit new all-time highs before the halving, I have a theory that could potentially mean that the cycles are short, or at least this bull cycle will be significantly shorter. It might be significantly more violent. By violent, I mean a lot more upside. But if you look, still in daily, what I mean by this, So if you look at the last top, okay, we didn't just like go straight down in like a day, right? I mean, this took some time. Let's measure it. We're on the daily. So from the top to where we're at right now, the first time we touched it, how many days did it take? Shit, it took 23 days. Oh, fuck. But, I mean, you had a month to get back down to where we're at right now from the high. Just under a month. Who knows, man? Like, this thing could skyrocket to 120 and then the next day be back down at 69. I don't know, man. It's just a theory that the cycle could be shorter because of just we're getting there earlier, you know? I don't know, man. I'm just playing with ideas. This is all new to me, you know? God, we could be in price discovery in the next month for Bitcoin. What would that look like? Well, my bags are packed, y'all. I hope you've been buying. I've been buying since 25, between 15 and 25. I hope you have. God, I cannot believe we're sitting at 51. Sorry guys, I'm just reveling, trying to figure out. I mean, this is a straight line too. It's like mini parabolic. But we know how this works. This could flip and we could all fucking just go away tomorrow. Right now we do. I mean, look, I'll be the first one to admit, we need a cool off period. I would love to see us, just because of where we're at, stay above 50. This 51,586. And start moving sideways. If Bitcoin just chilled and moved sideways for the next few months before the halving, that would be beautiful. These altcoins would absolutely melt your face off if that happens. That would be the best case scenario, in my opinion. Honestly, I would like to see a longer, extended, drawn out bull cycle. Personally, it's just healthier. It gives you time to accumulate. It gives you time to play alts. If this thing goes parabolic, the flash crashes to the floor, it's kind of like, did anyone get out in time, you know? But yeah, my most bullish scenario is going to be sideways movement for a while, pre-halving. That's where my head's at. But outside of that, man, we just started a new 4-hour candle, and we're above that 51,586. God, it's crazy looking. All right, guys, that's enough rambling about Bitcoin, because we're getting to a point to where I'm not too sure what we're gonna do from here. It all looks good. It's all sunshine and rainbows right now. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna look at ETH real quick, just for fun. Yeah, ETH finally waking up. Finally. All right, news, guys. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF passes 100,000 Bitcoin under management. Investors keep accumulating spot Bitcoin ETF shares as combined daily inflows broke another record at $631.3 million. That's a lot of money. BlackRock Spot Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund, iShares Bitcoin Trust, has surpassed 100,000 Bitcoin under management. According to the official data by BlackRock, IBIT amassed 105,280 Bitcoin in holdings on February 13th. The iShares Bitcoin Trust became the first spot Bitcoin ETF in the United States to reach 100,000 Bitcoin in managed assets on the 22nd day of trading, among other 9 spot Bitcoin ETFs, excluding Grayscale. We know why. Bitcoin Trust ETF GBTC. I'm really curious to see what it's going to look like when the market opens this morning. The news marks a significant achievement in BlackRock's aggressive Bitcoin buying since the firm launched its spot Bitcoin ETF on January 11th, 2024. alongside other 10 issuers. BlackRock has multiplied the iShares Bitcoin Trust holdings by more than 3,700% since debuting IBIT in January, as its assets under management have grown from just 2,621 Bitcoin on January 11th to 100,000 Bitcoin on February 13th. They are, if people are buying this stuff from them and buying shares of this, they are making so much money. The iShares Bitcoin ETF is one of 9 spot Bitcoin ETFs that has been actively growing its holdings since launch, including the Fidelity-Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund. There's a mouthful, the FBTC, which amassed 83,925 Bitcoin as of February 19th. Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust has emerged as the only spot Bitcoin ETF that has been actively dumping Bitcoin following the historic spot Bitcoin ETF launch in the United States after debuting trading with 619,220 Bitcoin in managed assets. GBTC reduced its holdings by 25%, or to 463,475 Bitcoin by February 13th. Cointelegraph approached BlackRock for a comment regarding its IBIT's 100,000 Bitcoin holdings milestone, but at the time of publication, it had yet to receive a response. IBIT's BTC holdings milestone came amid a spot Bitcoin ETF posting another record in terms of daily net inflows since launch. According to data from Farsight Investors, combined daily inflows from 10 spot Bitcoin ETFs totaled $631.3 million, with $493 million flowing to the iShares Bitcoin ETF alone. According to some crypto observers online, BlackRock might have been struggling to match demand from the massive inflows into the iShares Bitcoin ETF recently. OTC sellers to BlackRock ran out of coins. If you know what that is, that's over the counter. BlackRock literally had to buy Bitcoin from Coinbase. Here's your price jump. One crypto enthusiast wrote on social media platform X, once U.S. market open, you'll see Bitcoin teleport again. That was this morning. This is what I'm saying. I'm really curious to see what the price is going to do when the traditional market opens. Once U.S. market opens, you'll see Bitcoin teleport again. Don't sell your coins to institutions. Cheap. I'm not selling. Are you selling? Who's selling? The news comes amid Bitcoin seeing significant growth, with BTC passing 51,000 for the first time since November 2021, after initially touching 50,000 price mark on February 12th. On February 14th, Bitcoin reclaimed its 1 trillion asset status, reaching such market capitalization for the second time in history. According to data from CoinGecko, Bitcoin is trading at 51,383 at the time of writing, up more than 20% over the past 30 days. Amid the ongoing rally, the crypto fear and greed index has been hitting levels not seen since Bitcoin reached its all-time high at 69,000 in mid-November of 2021. 51,383. I want to look at this. Curious. Well, we are definitely above 51,383, and we are above $1 trillion market cap. That is absolute insanity. Bitcoin 52.6%. It's here, y'all. It is here. All right. Next, Ripple acquires Standard Custody and Trust, its second custody provider. Ripple bought Swiss custody provider Medico last year, but Standard has a New York bit license. I'm trying not to sneeze. Ripple's acquired Standard Custody and Trust Company, a United States digital asset custody provider. You guys think XRP ain't gonna move? It's being stomped on for sure, but for a reason. I'm not sure 100% what that reason is, but I hold a decent bag, and I've been telling you, this thing is gonna go. When they let their foot off of the brakes on this thing, it is going to melt your face. The company already had ties to Ripple through its executives. Standard Custody and Trust Company offers custody and escrow services under a charter granted by the New York State Department of Financial Services and is a qualified custodian in accordance with federal legislation. Standard Custody's limited purpose trust charter and its money transmitter license will contribute to Ripple's growing portfolio of regulatory licenses. Why are they building these licenses? Why are they trying to acquire these? Ripple said in a statement, Ripple operates a payment network and supports the XRP cryptocurrency along with its subsidiaries. Ripple already holds a New York BIT license and nearly 40 money transmitter licenses in American states. It said, Ripple President Monica Long told Cointelegraph the acquisition of Standard Custody and its licensing portfolio afford us the possibility to serve customers in new ways, all in service of our goal to become the one-stop shop for enterprises looking to tokenize, store, move, and exchange value. They're doing it. Ripple has held a BIT license as a limited purpose trust company through its subsidiary XRP2 since 2016, according to Ripple Chief Technical Officer and cryptographer David Schwartz. XRP2 is the name of a legal entity owned by Ripple. It's similar to the way Apple has entities licensed to do Apple Pay, so all of Apple doesn't have to be regulated that way. The terms of the Standard Custody and Trust acquisition were not made public. It comes a day after disclosure of the registration of Metco CEO Adrian Treccani. Although it is unclear when exactly Treccani resigned, Metco, a blockchain custody firm based in Switzerland, was acquired by Ripple in May for $250 million. Standard Custody and Trust is a subsidiary of PolySign, a digital asset infrastructure company founded by Ripple co-founder Arthur Brito, not to be confused with burrito, which is a Mexican dish, who is currently president of PolySign. Brito maintains a low public profile bordering on the mysterious. He co-founded Ripple as OpenCoin along with Chris Larson and Jed McCaleb in 2012. He is also credited as co-designer of the XRP Ledger protocol. Schwartz, who is also on the PolySign board, has said that Brito is also a game designer. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission filed suit against Ripple and executives Brad Garlinghouse and Larson in December of 2020, claiming it offered unregistered securities through XRP tokens. Because we know all this, Ripple scored a significant victory when a judge ruled in summary judgment that XRP was only a security when sold to investors. The SEC went on and dismissed the cases against Garlinghouse and Larson, but its case against Ripple continues. Ripple received a major payment institution license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore in October and a virtual asset service provider registration with the Central Bank of Ireland in December. They are taking over the world. Ripple's acquisition of Standard Custody and Trust still requires regulatory approval. Last but not least, Blockchain Association calls out Elizabeth Warren's legislation on digital assets. Guys, don't vote for people like this. Like, what are you doing? I can only assume that if you're on this channel watching this, you don't vote for people like this. I don't know who does. Uh, 80 individuals signed onto a Blockchain Association letter to U.S. lawmakers saying digital assets were pivotal to the country's strategic advantage. Former officials with the United States government and military have warned lawmakers against supporting an anti-money laundering bill proposed by Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, citing national security concerns. In a February 13th letter, 80 individuals, many of whom had been involved with the U.S. military or government, signed their names with the Blockchain Association's, the BA's, opposition to Senator Warren's Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act, the DAA-MLA. According to the letter, the legislation would hinder law enforcement and present national security concerns by driving the majority of the digital asset industry overseas. This shift could also lead to increased liquidity in unregulated offshore exchanges and a loss of valuable expertise and visibility for the U.S. In the blockchain realm, said the letter. Further, this legislation, if implemented, will have no meaningful effect on the foreign illicit actors it targets. 100%. It's coming after regular, everyday people like you and myself. The letter signatures include Coinbase Chief Policy Officer Farer Shirzad, I'm sorry, and former U.S. Army Reserve, U.S. Marine Corps, U.S. Air Force, U.S. Navy, and Justice Department members. The BA letter appealed to 6 lawmakers leading the House Financial Service Committee and Senate Banking Committee to recognize their high-standing records of military and public service. According to the BA, which is not badass, the letter came in response to a December 18th letter from Senator Warren in which she claimed the crypto industry had a small army of former defense, national security, and law enforcement officials aimed at hindering regulation of digital assets. The BA claimed the Massachusetts senator questioned the motives and integrity of scores of U.S. military and intelligence veterans. The damn law, the DAAMLA bill, which Senator Warren reintroduced to the U.S. Senate in July of 2023, specifically targets illicit uses of crypto assets for money laundering and financial terrorism. Many organizations and individuals, including the BA, have criticized the proposed legislation for exaggerating crypto's role in funding terrorism and illicit activities. I agree. Digital assets and the underlying technology are pivotal to our nation's strategic advantage, said the 80 individuals who signed the BA letter. The Digital Assets Anti-Money Laundering Act, damn law, risks our nation's strategic advantage, threatens tens of thousands of U.S. jobs, and bears little effect on the illicit actors and its targets. In the wake of the October 7th attack by Hamas on Israel, many U.S. lawmakers backed efforts against organizations which ties to the group, including the sanctions of connected crypto wallets. Cointelegraph reached out to Senator Warren's office for comment, but did not receive a response at the time of publication. Yeah, I'm not surprised. All right, guys, Bitcoin. One last time. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens. It's 7:18 on the East Coast right now. Got some time. It'll be an interesting day. Watch this whole thing just sell off. I mean, I doubt it. I'm being funny. See if we got anything interesting coming up. 7 minute. Sweet. Gotta get above the white line, guys. Yeah. You know what I say. Keep your eye on it. Guys, that's all I've got for you this morning. If you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning, not every morning, the mornings that I'm not sick or have to actually work and make money. Guys, please by all means subscribe to the channel, turn the bell for notifications, watch the videos, share the videos on all of your social platforms, and above all, if there's anything you can do to help spread the adoption of crypto and help grow the channel, guys, like the videos. It does so much more than I think it does. It's freezy peasy lemon squeezy, and I will see you bright and easy tomorrow morning. I am out of here.